too soon. Give to me when I am home. And I'll wrap you up. Now you play hide and seek. And my heart rate climbs up above 130. And I wanna help you reach it. Reach your peak. Cause you told me that you like to get dirty. You're dirty and I like that. When it's just for me. You're dirty and I like that. When no one else can see. You're dirty and I like that.
I forgot my underwear in his car last week. What if his dad finds them?
Damn, maybe you should ask him to get them back. Or wait, isn't his dad the headmaster at school? Oh my god!
I'm the cool kid from the pocket. I'm the one calling all the shots. Whether you're ready or not, I'm about to plenty drop. Go left, go right, working up my appetite. No fork, no knife, having dinner with my eyes. So sweet, so nice, have a slice of apple pie. Wanna see my mind, baby, you just tryna ride it. Getting ready for the weekend. Popping bubbles through the city.
Yes. Hey, my gosh.
He's looking at me again. You're the pro.
Yeah. There's something fun about meeting, your people in the cruise community. It's just amazing how you feel like you're
Watch
you're
it.
already friends.
Look at these moves.
Never met.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
All right, stop looms. Nope. Hey! Hey, stop it. Hey, knock it off.
It's Wednesday night, and that makes it Ship Show night. And it's your favorite pilot, Long Dong Silver. Tonight's an exciting episode with an exciting guest. May he walk the plank? Who knows? Shiver me timbers. But never mind, it's going to be a great episode here at the Ship Show. And remember, Bagar!
Stelly Roostina, Witzenberg, Hammersnitz, Plix, Wicks. Stelly McRubenstein, Stelly Rubes. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Heaven's sakes alive, there's a system error. We've got problems already. I started pressing buttons and look at me now. I don't know if you can see me, and I don't know if you can hear me, but I'll bet you can see this sexy man on my side. Yes, Jimmy from Sharon at Sea Travel. In the place. How you doing, Jimmy?
I am doing fabulous. It's an honor. It's a privilege. It's a pleasure. It's all the above. Be here with Coop tonight, here live on a Wednesday night. When one of my best friends in the world gives me a call and says, "Hey, man, I need somebody to sit next to me and not let me rant too much," I'm there, man. I drop everything and I'm there.
I know. It was. I wasn't sure when I said, "Hey, I need a co-host. Are you interested?" 5 seconds later, I'm in. So I appreciate it. Cheers to you. Cheers to Sharon. For many reasons,
Cheers to Sharon.
which I'll get into shortly, but for allowing you to take up valuable space in the office. Oh, look at you. You have a chalice.
It's my new goblet. I got it in Dover, United Kingdom, while touring the Dover Castle.
Is that
first time using it?
What's in there? Because it looks like grape juice to me.
That's going to be something called 1792. I thought it was a special occasion, so I opened up a special bottle of bourbon just for the night.
I knew people were going to say this. They're saying,
they can't hear us.
"Can you turn up Jimmy's volume?" Jimmy is so loud, like so incredibly loud. I on my level boost, right? So I can't really make you any louder, except I can try this. I will try this. I will hit the button here. Not a fan of doing this, but I'm going to. Just give me a minute here. I'll put some gain on you.
Hit the button.
I'll put some gain on you if I can find it. Where's Jimmy? Let me close this down. Webcam. All right. Let's see. Filters. Okay, here goes.
Let's do this. Am I louder? Let's see. I'm looking at the chat right now. I'm looking for feedback. And while I'm in here, can I just say, hey, what's up? Wendy Johnstone, Kevin Brubaker, Tess Almond, Nancy Fields, Crazy Cat Traveler, Daniel Fields, Paul Atta, Kevin Brubaker again, Dina Shania, hello, Lindy Lou. We got a special show for you. Yeah.
Lindy Lou.
Sorry, Sharon.
Oh, Sharon didn't like that?
Well, she's just looking at me like I'm crazy, that's all. Nothing new.
Let me see if I can just do one other thing. Make sure that this is right.
I
Okay.
see Debbie Shafkins, off the chisels here. Retro Sarge in the house. Party on the sea. Nancy Fields, what's going on, girl? Nancy, how are you? We're thinking of you today. I know it's a special day for you, and not in a good way, but, listen, we're thinking of you. You know we love you. Jimmy G. Richard Zellner, what's up? Angelina Nemechek's here.
I'm going to do one other thing.
Go ahead. I'm just going to ramble on. I'm going to roll. Anthony Simone's in the house. Mary Barkley is here. What's up, Mary? Tell Jack we said hi. We love him. Julie Thomas, hello. Stephen Z. Wanda cruising for food in the house.
Yeah, I can't make you any louder. I got no more filters. I've got the gain all the way up, my friend.
Then I'm just going to yell the whole night.
Yeah, either that or unless you can add gain on your end in OBS.
I'm all the way up in OBS.
I'll be a
I'm
sucking
all the
mute.
way.
Well, I just don't know what to do. I really don't.
I'm all the way.
Well, that's too bad. I don't know why it does that. Maybe Larry just has a more booming voice, but this is as loud as I can make it for whatever reason. You know, I'm used to these sorts of problems.
Hold on, what if I do this? Testing, 1, 2. Can you hear me now? Testing.
I'll be honest, it didn't get any louder when you did that. It didn't. That's weird.
Like right now, I'm on all the same volume settings I would have on a Monday, where I'm so much louder than Sharon. It's crazy.
But I feel like maybe that microphone that you just talked into, do that again. Get all up in it.
Get all up in it? I'm going to get up in it.
Tap it once. Tap that microphone.
Tap, tap. Tap, tap, Baru.
Okay. All right. Well, this is what you get. This is what you're going to get. I can turn my volume down. That way, it's more equalized and you can turn your volume up back home. I don't know if that helps, but the blind cruisers can see and hear us quite well. So
I'm sorry, say that again.
The blind cruisers can see and hear us quite well.
That's what I thought you said.
Yep. I'm not sure about the see and hear us part, but,
AJ, Melody, what's going on, guys?
I'm not sure about the hear us part. AJ, Melody. Okay, I'm not getting any echo, so I don't know. It's fine for me. It's fine. I'm not getting echo. Okay? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm going to say. Angela Nemechek says blind and deaf here. Well, I know Angela Nemechek is booked on that cruise right there. Did you know that, Jimmy?
Hold on, which cruise?
The Coop Cruise up above our heads. The Coop Cruise up above our heads there.
Well, listen, I know you've been putting a lot of effort into the Coop Cruise, and there's something that I've been working on that's very special to me, and I don't know if anybody knows about it. Can I take a minute to talk about it, John?
Absolutely.
All right, so it's a little side project I've been working on. I thought back to the 80s when Nancy Reagan started out saying, just say no, and I thought of the same type of thing. So I've created a program, and it has to do with just saying no. Let me just see how that looks. I don't know how that looks on your screen there.
It says us say no, but that's because I have you cropped a little bit.
Okay. Maybe you can uncrop me for just a second. Just widen me out a little bit. I don't know if you have those capabilities.
I absolutely can.
Or I might be able to make it smaller.
No. There you go. Go for it.
Okay, so it's just say no, and to on-screen chat boxes. It's something I've been working on. I'm taking donations. I'm getting petitions signed. We just want to say no to on-screen chat boxes. You don't need them. There's other ways to follow the chat. You can do it on YouTube, and it just gets in the way. Thank you.
You spend a lot of time working on that, my friend, in vain. In vain. I'm just going to say that right now. That I'm sorry, but that's the truth. The chat box is here to stay, and while I appreciate your disdain for said chat box, it is here to stay.
Well, maybe we get the people in the chat to actually ask, does anyone actually use the chat box that's on the live stream screen?
It's not for the people watching right now.
Okay.
It's more for the people who watch later.
But they can see the chat replay.
Yes, they can, but it's a metric that I followed and tested, and we're staying with it for now.
It's tried and true. Hold on. Debbie Shafkins loves the chat box. Debbie, I don't believe that for a minute.
Thank you, Debbie. I appreciate that. That's right. Be nice, Jimmy. You're a guest.
Yeah, see, Wanda says it's not for people who actually watch. It's for John.
Right. Whatever you want to call it, Wanda, I don't care. It's staying, okay?
I said my piece.
Yes. And I think that's great. I love how you just say no to online chat boxes.
On screen chat.
Yeah. Well, all I know is some of the best streamers do it. And there's obviously, that's my research. You know, the metrics that I was talking about, that's the only thing that's the metric.
I know you're a numbers guy.
I am a numbers guy. Speaking of numbers guy, I noticed in the intro, Jimmy, you seemed a little bit taken off by when Captain Long Dong Silver claimed to be Long Dong Silver when you know that it's you. There could be a copyright claim, but I will have you know that the person you will be dealing with is never lost a case. So there's that. Let's just not forget that.
Company that couldn't keep you out of Seattle that time.
Well, you know, that is still under investigation, so I can't comment on an active investigation at the time. Now, if the parties involved want to speak to it on their behalf who are here in the live stream, that is fine with them. Best live streamers? Well, there's the first issue, says Paul. Listen, I figured as soon as I put the chat box up, I would be one of the best live streamers. Little did I know it takes a little bit more panache and skill and talent and, you know, normalcy, which I have none of. Well, no. I have good looks, but I didn't mention that, did I? I said skill and talent. Well, I have that too.
I think that the first time I saw that image of me in the pirate outfit, the first thing that came to mind was Captain Shrinkle-Dick. So,
well, I did want to say very special shout out to Sharon for letting you join this evening, but also for being the true North America's travel agent that she is. She has you guys have been on a whirlwind of travel for months now, it seems, right? Like we had the Alaska cruise.
We did. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, it was great.
It seems like it was a year ago, doesn't it?
It seems quite a while ago. You're right. And then shortly after that, you headed over the pond, got stranded there forever, and came home for a little spell and then turned right back around and headed back to Alaska, only for Sharon to have to start taking bookings for the Totally Coop Group Cruise in 2025. And I just want to say we picked the best travel agent for the job. Anyone who's ever booked with Sharon knows that you will be taken care of unequivocally. And for that, I would just like to say a very special thanks to Sharon for helping us out with that. I think it's safe to say with Jimmy on the line here, we're looking at approximately how many cabins are we looking at this point?
You've got about 30 cabins booked, secured for the Coop Cruise 2025, and there's more emails in the works. So the word's getting out. It's going to be hot fire. Everyone's excited about the ABC Islands, and Sharon was busy. I mean, I'll tell you what, John, we were on Holland America, the two of us, an amazing cruise cabin alone, no one else, just the two of us, and a rare opportunity to cruise together. And every time I walked into the cabin and said, "Hey, Sharon, we're alone right now in the cabin. What do you say we put on a little music and order some wine from room service?" And she said, "I'd love to, but I got to respond to somebody with a Coop Cruise email."
So basically,
so that's how it played out. What
you're saying is you got Bagok blocked.
I got totally Bagok blocked on that cruise. Thank you very much.
That is, that is awesome. Well done. You know, I am not a good example when we really come down to it for following instructions. So who am I to think that anyone else would follow instructions when we said to hold off until that date? You know, it's humbling, honestly. I didn't know what to expect with this upcoming cruise, and again, thank you for being so gracious to take it on, you know, and help us out with that. But to look at it now and see, you know, 30 cabins booked, that's something. And I can tell you this, and Jamie and I have talked about this behind the scenes, and I know I can count on him for good advice. It's going to require, you know, some work on my part to pull this off. I have zero doubt about it, mostly because of the support system I have behind me with Sharon at Sea Travel. I got Paul Atta in the mix, who's going to help out. Arnold for sure, Larry, and there's a few others I'll be reaching out to kind of help coordinate this. Wanda, Brubaker as well. Thinking about doing a couple Zoom calls preliminarily, if that's even a word. No, I didn't go through puberty again. I'm just, you know, excited. I don't know, but I want to make sure. Oh yeah, Flamingo Pam for sure. I definitely need some help there.
Pam's awesome. She's always super helpful.
Yep. And I know when it comes to the events, I did want to state for the record clearly that I've done this already. When he gets excited, he begoks. Exactly. But York.
I have a foot fetish. I don't know how I brought it on myself. Actually, I find feet actually very beautiful.
Sorry. I just, whenever I hear when he gets excited, he begoks, I have to play that sound. Okay?
Hold on, John. I'm sorry to interrupt, but Lindy Lou in the chat said she has a huge announcement to make.
Uh-oh. Lindy Lou! I think I'll hand over the ship show floor to you. What's your announcement, girl? And by the way, if my dad's still here, hello, Dad.
Mr. Clayco, it's an honor.
Yes. Dad, if you haven't met my good friend Jamie, Dad.
Hi, Dad.
Big Al, as they say. You know what would really be awesome, Jimmy, is if we could get Big Al to book the Coop Cruise. Now that's something. Oh, my dad says hi, son, and Jimmy.
Look at that.
I'm waiting for Lindy Lou's announcement. I think she needs some music. Let's see if we can get some music for Lindy Lou.
I think she
this
made
should
that
be some good
comment thinking that neither one of us would see it.
I think we'll just put this out there for Lindy Lou's announcement. I don't know if it's too loud. That kind of guy, but you're forcing my hand, baby. All right, come on, Lindy Lou. Get those fingers typing, girl. Oh, Wendy Johnstone wants to know, Big Al, are you coming? March 1st through March 9th, 2025, the Coop Cruise. No better way for Big Al to make a classic entrance than on that bad boy.
What a splash that would be.
Yes, and he could host an event.
You know what he should do is he should come like on the down low, like don't tell anyone. Al can just contact Sharon on the low, and she can get them all taken care of. Won't say a word because we know she loves to keep secrets. And,
Yes.
And
What are
he
you
just
doing
show up
here?
there.
I almost played that video today of me showing up on the horizon the first time, and you're like, what are you doing here? Lindy Lou, I didn't see the announcement, so if you wouldn't mind, just announce again.
Hold on, Lindy Lou. I'm looking through and I don't see an announcement either. When a woman says she has an announcement, there's only two ways that can go.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on, I do see it. It's at 6:26 p.m.
Okay, I don't have, let me put the timestamps on. Toggle timestamps.
Oh, you got that big fancy chat box, but you can't see what time people are commenting.
6:26, I can go, well, so 9:26. See, you threw me off there. Let me see, 9:26. 9:26.
I don't want to read it. I want you to read it.
I will read it. Give me a second. I'm booking the Coop Cruise tomorrow, says Lindy Lou.
Woo!
Well, would you just look at that? Well done, Lindy Lou.
I've seen Lindy Lou since the first Vegas meetup.
Lindy Lou, she will be cruising with me and you and you and you and you and you and you. That's awesome, Lindy Lou. Glad you're going to be there. TX Pepito, I don't care what has to happen. I don't care what mountain you have to climb in order to move another mountain. Stop at Buc-ee's on the way. I don't care. Be there. I don't care about back-to-backs, Jack. Be there. Be there, Pepito. Be there.
Canadian Barbecue Mafia said, wow, Larry has lost weight. How dare you talk about Larry like that?
Well, we didn't mention Larry is the reason he's not here this evening is a very legitimate and important reason. Tonight is the night that they make their evaluations on the teams and the players who are trying out to be on those teams, and they are doing their tryouts and assigning players to their respective teams. It's an important job, and I've said it before. When Larry is coaching, that is a side of Larry no one would ever expect to see. I'm telling you, Larry is dialed in like a mofo.
Listen, you are right. And when you say that, I don't know if so many people know. Everyone thinks that Larry is just beer in one hand, bourbon in the other, cigar in his mouth, hitting 16 drinks on a cruise and getting wild and crazy all night long. But there's a side of him that's unbelievable. This guy has been teaching kids the artful game of ice hockey for years and years. He teaches high end, it's like club hockey. He molds minds. He's a great example for people, and the families love him and on him, and that is not an easy gig. So that's a pretty awesome thing that he does there with the kids.
Larry is definitely Coach of the Year. Let's not forget that. Larry, Coach of the Year last year.
Yes.
So, Jimmy stepped in tonight, and I appreciate that. And, you know, in honor of that, I think it's important that we remember a few things like this.
And the winner is...
What's funny is that when you say stuff like remember something like this, I have no idea what's coming up next.
Oh, jeez. I got to start over.
And the winner is...
Wow. That brings back memories. You know, John, the timing of that photo is unbelievable as well, because that's a picture of me at a zoo in Germany.
You are a winner. And
that's true. That's true. I forgot about that. But yes, you're right. Now that you mention it, I do remember you telling me that that was taken in Germany. Well, how about that? How about that? Well, you know what? Speaking of which, why don't you tell us a little bit? I know you've posted plenty of videos, and if you haven't seen the videos from Sharon at Sea Travel on all their travels recently, plus their tip videos, you should really check that out. But give us a rundown of what it was like for you to be with the family in Germany. You know, after all this time going through the pandemic, everything, you're finally there. Break it down for us. Tell us what you were, how you felt about all that.
Well, first off, let me tell you the funniest thing is, you know, we took that cruise out of Dover, and we made a bunch of videos. We did a pre-cruise video from the Dover Castle. It was amazing. What a day we had. And of course, embarkation day. And then we had a day in Copenhagen, Denmark. And earlier today, the video of us going to Berlin for the day has come out. And before all those videos came out, of course, we made the videos about the ship breaking down, right? The engine failure.
Yep.
The breaking down videos blew up. They blew up. We gained tons of subscribers, tons of views. It was unbelievable. But then as soon as we started putting out the videos of us actually in Europe doing stuff, no one wants to see the fun, pleasant vlog anymore. They just want to see the crazy stories and the controversial stuff and all that kind of stuff. But if you want to see a lovely family video of some nice folks traveling in Europe, you can go check those out.
Paul Atta's trying to be cute. He says, was Ben on the Dover cruise? Get it? Ben Dover?
Oh, my God. That is a horrible joke. I remember that joke when I first told it in 8th grade. But no, listen, to answer your question, it was fabulous, right? We did Denmark and Copenhagen and a few other places. And what was funny is one of the biggest days we were looking forward to was Hamburg, Germany. And my dad was born, my family, my dad, my aunts, grandparents were all born in Hamburg. And there's a big story to tell there. And then we were going to take the train into Hamburg, and there was an issue, and we couldn't get to Hamburg. So we had to change our plans at the railroad station on a moment's notice and go an hour away, a different direction, to a town called Lubeck, and had a great day there and had the most amazing lunch. And probably the biggest thing about our trip was Matthew and the impact he had with him knowing so much about Europe and guiding us, using Google Maps, taking us to bus stops and train stops and getting us to places we wanted to go to. And the kid was a rock star.
Well, that's cool. I know how much it meant to you to make it there, and I see a lot of people in the comments, Wendy Johnstone, Daniel Fields, and others talking about how much they love travel vlogs. So, you know, they're still there, but I know exactly what you mean. And quite frankly, I catch a lot of crap for, you know, my content and not being available or whatever. But, you know, it's sometimes when you think about it, it's not always worth the squeeze unless you've got, you know, the right angle. And I struggle with that. But it's good to see that you guys... well, for one, made it back, right? But two, we're able to document that. Pepito wants to know, did you find any overseas good bourbons that you'd like to share with all of us?
No, no, we did not. And here's a little funny story about cruising overseas. Is I was super excited to find out that when you cruise in Europe, although you can't do it on embarkation day, any other day you're in a cruise port, you can come back onto the ship with bottles of alcohol, liquor. You can bring some beers. You can bring wine. You can bring it on the ship, and they do not take it and hold it. They just let you take it. That's just how things are different on a European cruise. And before the cruise, I was like, oh, yes, I'm going to go to the liquor store and get a bottle and all that. Well, that never happened. And I didn't really find any great bourbon. And, of course, the cruise ship didn't have anything great. But I had an amazing new beer called a Paulander. It was a German beer that they happen to have on the cruise ship I'd never seen before. I tried it on day one.
I noticed you were digging that.
It was the best beer I've had since I tried Kilt Lifter a year and a half ago. And it was just delicious. And that's the funny thing about our day in Hamburg, which turned into Lubeck, is that Matthew found a restaurant. I know there'll be a video out, so I don't want to ruin it, but Matthew found a restaurant with the same name, serving the same beer. That was their specialty. And it turned out to be the most unbelievable afternoon and lunch of the whole cruise, really, for me. It's probably my favorite part of the cruise.
Well, speaking of which, well, that's a terrible segue. I'll wait for that. But I did notice Tess Almond and Rhonda Carney, am I right? They're roommates on the Coop Cruise? Wow. Interesting.
If that's true,
not that interesting. I'm just saying that's cool. That's going to be the room where the upside. Never mind. Not even going to say it. But I noticed I created a Facebook group for those who have booked. So if you have booked and you haven't been invited, feel free to search Coop Cruise 2025. You'll find it, and you can join if you answer the questions. I noticed that there's a lot of people booking. I don't even know how to say it, Jimmy. I just don't know how to say it. I just have to.
The only way to say it is to say it.
I have to do it this way.
And now, Deep Thoughts by The Rooster.
Before I get into that, Jimmy, I did just want to say a very special. I love it that I'm still having a system error. I think I'm going to keep that on at all times, anytime I switch scenes. We have some VIPs in the house.
We do.
Yeah, I mean, I should probably put them on the hot seat on whether or not they're going to book this one. But, Carrie, guess who's here?
Oh my gosh, the Francisconis?
Leanne Francisconi is in the house.
Wow. Unbelievable.
I wasn't surprised at all, Tess. I was just, I was reacting. No, I think it's great that you guys are rooming together. I wasn't surprised.
Johnny, can I touch base? You mentioned the group, and for the record, guys, just so you know, when you go to join the group, and I'm just saying this so that John doesn't have to, but if you are not actively and currently booked in the group, you don't get in the group. You can't come on and go, I'm planning to join, or I'm waiting for an email, or I'm thinking about it.
I've gotten plenty of those messages.
Or you're out.
Yes.
And that's how it has to be. That's how you have to control society.
Leanne says, we are here. About time my music is playing. Okay, it's about time you booked the Coop Cruise. How about that, Leanne? Huh? Looking at you.
Maybe we should share a room with the Francisconis, maybe the presidential suite.
Well, you know the Francisconis. This cruise is right up their alley, right? It's the ABCs. It's on the Carnival Horizon, who is notorious for having the best odds at sea in the casino.
Yes.
There isn't a person who's ever lost on the roulette wheel on the Carnival Horizon.
No.
Allegedly. That's just what I've heard.
The Scones have won big money there. I think they paid off their mortgage with their roulette gambling on the horizon the first time they went.
Okay, Kevin says, great, I just got jinxed. Speaking of which, I did, Sharon, I put her through the ringer, which I always feel bad when I hear the stories that I hear. I had booked a balcony room, right? And then I said, you know what? I talked to Kelly. No, I didn't do Sharon, Kevin.
How dare you, Kevin Brubaker? It's kind of common that gets expelled from the cruising community. It's an outrage.
Angela Nemechek says she's a solo cruiser as well, but she's blind and deaf, so that's even cooler. But I called Sharon today and I said, you know what? I spoke with Kelly. We really enjoyed the upgrade that we got on the Carnival Spirit to that suite. And we decided to switch it up and go suite. We went Ocean Suite, Deck 7. So there you have it. What the girls really, really like is the changing room with the makeup area, with the desk and all the makeup lights there. That's their thing. So.
Oh yes, that or a double vanity, 2 sinks in the bathroom.
I forgot to tell you, Sharon hooked us up. We have the suite. We have the suite. Let Stella know we have the suite on the Coop Cruise 2025. Love you, babe.
I know she appreciates that every time you do it.
Sorry. It's been a while since I busted him out. With the Ocean Suite, do you get Havana access? No, Daniel Fields. I think only Havana folks get Havana access.
I don't think so. I wish there was someone nearby me who could answer the question, do you get Havana access if you have an Ocean Suite?
Mm-mm. Why would you?
Hold on. What was that?
Yeah.
That's a negative, Ghost Rider.
Right. Why would I?
Unless you have a bad suite.
Lindy Lou wants to know if she can be the next story. Yes, Dad, we are high tech over here. The way I communicate with Kelly when I'm downstairs is, hey, babe, I got a question. Sometimes she answers, sometimes, she doesn't always answer.
She prefers it that way.
Yeah, she prefers that somebody would bulldoze that bullhorn. I bought that bullhorn for the ship show Sharon at Sea first Vegas meetup, thinking that it might be required to guide all the people to our big walk, right?
Yes.
But as it turns out, it didn't fit in my bag, and I never needed it. So it's just become a prop, so to speak. Speaking of...
I can't believe the battery's still working it.
Yeah, I know. I've never changed it. Speaking of Vegas meetup, you have shied away from the Vegas meetup this year, much like you have with booking the Coop Cruise in 2025. I'm curious, what are your thoughts on that? Is it out of the question? Where are we at? A lot of people ask. I think it's time. You're on the hot seat here.
I couldn't pull off a Vegas deal this year. There's too much going on. Matthew's starting college. We just have a lot on the table, so it just wasn't in the cards. See what I did there? But that doesn't mean there's not going to be meetups at some point, and more meetups in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. I understand. Life happens, and here we are. Although, man, it's that was where we always regrouped, so to
That's
speak.
where we made the best decisions, wasn't it?
Yeah. You know what? No one could have said it better than what you just said right there. That's where we made the best decisions. Wendy Johnstone's going to Vegas tomorrow.
I know. Wendy, what are you going to play? Are you going to be playing roulette or cards or just a slots? What's the deal?
I'm being attacked.
By the dog?
Yes. She wants my attention. She wants my attention. Where is Wendy staying? That's the question. Linda Land's here.
Says she's probably staying at the Paris, someplace fancy like that.
Linda Land's here. She says it was the only option for aft room, so I figured why not. Okay. Scott McNeil, poopy time is what he's saying. Let's hope there's no poopy time. Scott McNeil.
No, he's dropping a deuce.
Yeah.
Thanks, Scott. We love you, buddy.
Either Scott's dropping a deuce or he's letting me know that if I don't pay attention, Luna will.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I thought he was referencing his own foul activity, but he was probably talking about Luna. You're probably right about that.
Yeah. Well, I did want to share something else since you're here, because this is one of my favorite.
Is it a story or is it a video ensemble? What do you got working there?
It's just one of my favorite videos. Let me see if I can get it to go in here. Oh, wait. I have to do this first. I have to get in here. All right. Oh, shoot. I forgot. I got to fix the settings.
And by the way, if you need to contact Sharon. Oh my gosh. What are you playing there?
Oh, you're not digging that one?
I have no idea what you had going on. Those were the good old days, weren't they?
Yes, they
Sharon
were.
loved it when I would just grab a guitar and start playing.
Oh, she really did?
No, she didn't. I don't think she cared for it. You can see the look in her eyes.
What about this one? I think people like this one.
Please welcome
Esteban,
internationally acclaimed guitar virtuoso.
Yeah, that was a great tour.
Around the globe. And today, Esteban is here to share with you the gift of guitar.
It was worldwide.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
I feel like your Coop Cruise banner is hiding all my great...
I know.
That
I had to fix it. Yeah, I had to fix that.
There we are.
What's this right? Oh, no, that's a... I thought I had the video of I lunged it, but apparently I don't.
That was special. That's a special Vegas memory.
Yep. I don't have it. But I do have this. Oops. Hold on. This is one of my favorites, actually.
I'm afraid to even know what you're about to put up there.
Well, I just use it a lot. Oh, geez. Hold on. Weird stuff happens around here. This right
Super chat. Excellent. Super chat. 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 Super chat. Excellent. Super chat.
I love that I'm playing a Jackson guitar.
Excellent. Super chat. Super chat. Excellent. Super chat. Super chat. Excellent. Super chat.
I remember those live streams, dude. Those were like, when, you know what I'm saying? Those were back in the day when everybody engaged.
That was pre-pandemic right there.
Yeah, it was. And that was one of my favorite live streams because people kept asking, Jamie, will you play guitar? And you just had it there with you. And it was awesome.
It sounds Timothy Walters. He would love it. And then somehow, you know what's funny? I still have the guitarist in the other room. and I got rid of my big amp, and I now just have a little small one in case I feel like playing. But the reality is that I go months without picking up a guitar, and I can only play the same 15 things over and over again.
Thanks, Luna. Retro Sarge says,
Sharon, did you just laugh at me?
Retro Sarge says he bought an Esteban guitar.
Yeah, I know. He's having it shipped out here so I can autograph it for him.
That is amazing. Let me see if I can find something else cool to play. No, nothing there.
Can I say, I have been loving Retro Sarge's engagement in the community lately. It's just been fabulous.
Yeah, me too. I've noticed it. It's not lost on me.
He showed up like almost by accident, just came with Tony to the Vegas thing last year. And next thing you know, man, he's like a brother.
So tell me this. How's it going with Matthew with the college? Is he good to go? Is he prepared? How is he excited?
He's ready. He starts college in a few weeks. It's weird how much shorter the college year is, the 2 semesters versus high school and stuff. You know, Callie already started high school, her sophomore year, so that's exciting. And then Matthew will start college in a few weeks, and then we got to figure all that stuff out and kind of see how it goes. And he's been working hard, and so he'll be working full time practically and going to college and saving his money so that he can gamble on cruise ships. He loves it.
Well, I have zero doubt that he's going to crush it. Probably transfer to Stanford within a year or two.
I hope not. I can't afford Stanford, but we can definitely afford this school.
Yeah, well, that is one intelligent young man, very grounded young man, and
thank you.
It's a credit to both of you for. If anyone who's met Matthew knows exactly what I'm talking about, he is just a true gentleman, and I knew from the instant I met him when I was still nervous meeting you guys on the horizon at the pizza party prior to the cruise, when he took the time to talk to me, that he was good people. So, and he's only validated that point 20 times since.
Well, Matthew, you know how like you can judge if someone's a good person by like if your dog likes them?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's the same way with Matthew. We would bring Matthew on the cruise, and if we looked over and saw Matthew talking to someone, we would know that person's okay.
Well, I'm glad I was vetted in that particular way.
Yes, we sent him over, and he came back and said that he gave you 2 thumbs up.
I like it. I like it. Tess wants to know if there's a private group. Yes, there is. Tess, I invited you. I sent you an invite. If you didn't get it, I'll try and resend it again tonight. I see Trevor's in the place. You had said hi to a few people. Linda Land's here. Linda Alford. Carla McClendon, never ending. The Chisel is in the house. Anthony Simone. Flamingo Palm Chance in the place. Crazy Cat Traveler, she'll be there. Marsha, oh my gosh, stop. I'm laughing so hard. I'm day 4 from hernia surgery. Make it stop. John V in the place. Brandoline 94. How you doing? How you doing, Retro Sarge? Of course. John and Diamond in the place. Rhonda Carney. Jamie Wilhite. Jamie Wilhite, I probably shouldn't do this right now, but I've had enough bourbon where I think I can ask this question.
Oh, boy.
I posted in the Facebook group today for the ship show Coop Cruise that we are going to have a formal night 70s style. And I totally want to go all out on this. I'm curious.
You want to go all out with an event that has to do with how you dress?
Yes. 70s formal attire. Google it. You'll see what I'm talking about, and you'll understand why it's so important to me. But in my searches today, Jamie, I discovered that you can purchase patterns for 70s style tuxedos. I'm just curious if you would take a commission if I provided the pattern.
Oh, yeah.
To make a polyester suit in the material of my choice. Just curious. Don't know if it's possible and don't feel the need to do it. But I will absolutely pay top dollar for a custom suit made from a pattern that J.C. Penney had back in 1974.
Hold on. Is anyone else out there shocked to hear John say that? I mean, do you not already have like 3 outfits you could probably switch in
I do.
throughout the entire event?
You know what? I had every intention of showing you guys. As a matter of fact, I think I can. My first wedding was a 70s themed wedding. I think I can show you. A picture of it very quickly. But Mary Barkley, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. There's no text assigned to it, but thank you for that.
Mary doesn't have time to put text in there. She's a very busy woman.
Thank you for the super chat.
She
Jimmy,
says you know what to do with it.
I'll be right back because I got to find you a photo because you're going to crap your pants when you see this picture of me.
Hold on, are you actually leaving?
Well, you're in charge now.
I thought you had all this stuff on your NOS.
No. This is an actual physical photo, and it's just...
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Hold on.
All right, well, hold on. If you're leaving, then let me get into my notes. Here, let me get into some notes about... let's see, what are we going to do? I got some cruising ideas. Let's talk about cruising. If you haven't booked a group cruise, you don't know what you're missing. Sorry, I just had to do that for my boy Larry Baum. I love you, Larry. You know I'm just teasing you. All right, well, here we are, guys. It's just the 125 or so of us. So I'm not sure what you guys want to talk about, but let's maybe we should talk about John. And he is so excited about this Coop Cruise deal. And I don't know, maybe this is a good time to clear the air on a few things. Now, John talked about wanting to do this Coop Cruise, and he loves the Coop and his interaction with you guys so much that we thought it was a great idea. So that's why it's a ship show group cruise. It's not a traditional ship show Sharon at sea. But we love the fact that he asked Sharon to handle the bookings and he trusts her to do it. And that's pretty awesome. But just like any other cruise, if we were to plan our own group cruise, we would have done a lot of research and we'd find a certain date that works for us with the kids and with school and with life and family and all that kind of stuff. But this one is John. So he picked the date, and now we're just like anyone else that we have to find out if that date is going to work and jive with us. So we're like any other cruiser who has other things to think about before they book on this one. And that's just how it all played out. So if you see us on that cruise, we will be passengers. We will be party goers.
No, you will be hosts.
Great time.
You will be host.
You keep saying host, but that's just hosting an event.
Yeah, but that's a host.
You and Larry are the hosts of the group cruise, the ship show Coop Cruise. And if we're there, let's say we wake up in the morning and there's an event and we're like, yeah, I'm a little hungover, or I want to do something else, or whatever the case is. This time you have to get out of bed early, and you're the one that has to sweat it out when you see all the other people partying at 1 a.m. at the casino bar, and the pressure will be off. And I'm excited about it.
Well, I hear you there. And I do have a statement to make about that, but I did want to show you something. Brace yourselves. Everybody sit down.
That picture.
I told you I want to have a 70s formal night on board, and I'm going to show you a picture. This is my first wedding. This is Caitlin's mother, who, interestingly enough, speaking of weddings, will be... Everyone you see in this picture will be at the wedding. coming up here in about 3 weeks. Caitlin is getting married. It's going to be a rough one for the Rooster, but just wait. Will G wants to know, have the rates for the group cruise been posted?
No, Will G, because everyone has different rates depending on the individual promotions you have as a cruiser or if you've cruised before. But I can tell you that if you email Sharon, you can get all the information based on the information
Do you have Sharon's email as a graphic by chance?
You know what? It's funny you mentioned that. I may have posted it earlier, but let me see if I'm prepared. Boom. How about
Sharon at gmail.com. Reach out to her. She can help you out. I know there is a special promotion going on right now. I'm not going to speak too in depth on it in terms of how it works because I always misspeak and I don't want to misinform anyone, but it sounds like deposits may be a little cheaper at this very moment. Am I right there?
You're right. I mean, Carnival's notorious for having reduced deposits, but what'll happen is that if someone calls and says, "Hey, I've never cruised Carnival before," then it is what it is. But if you have cruised with Carnival before, Sharon can look you up by your VIFP number, see if there's any special deals or offers, and sometimes one person might have a special deal where they can book for a certain deposit and then they get a certain onboard credit plus what the group might offer, or other people don't have that. So it's hard to say, yes, here's the blanket deal right now because everyone has different things. A lot of people are waiting on casino offers that come in or things like that. And so that's what makes it challenging. So when someone comes on in the chat and says, I got this, or I got this rate, or there's a price drop or something, that doesn't always play out the same for everybody.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, but it sounds like there's a good promotion going on right now. So I would say that if you're interested, now would be a good time to do it. Am I wrong in saying that?
No, that's a right idea. And some people say, well, you do a lot of group cruises. We've done group cruises on Carnival, and then there was NCL, and why not Royal? And one of the Royal's a little more challenging, and I don't want to speak out of place. I have nothing literally to do with any of the travel stuff that Sharon does. She keeps me, there's like a restraining order on me away from anything that has to do with booking the travel. But what I do know is that a lot, like if you book with Royal, it's $250 a person almost every time. So you're looking at $500 out just to book. And sometimes it's refundable, sometimes it may not be. There's a lot of variables, and I must not be saying anything too wrong because otherwise Sharon would have already turned to me and keep me evil eye. But let's see that picture, dude.
All right, you ready? Brace yourself.
I don't know if I'm ready.
This is me circa the year 2000. And this is a wedding photo. Let me see if I can make it. Oh, God. Wait, hold on. Let me do this. Hold on, Jimmy. Rooster Cam. Let me make myself just a bit bigger here so everyone can see it. Yes.
I never knew that.
Let me get this up top. All right, here we go. All right, you ready? There you go. You see that?
I do, but I wish it was a little bit closer.
I can't get it closer because there won't be any light. But that was my first wedding photo.
Which one are you? You're not the short one in the front, right?
I'm the one with the bleach white hair. Let me see. Wait. I think I can do this, though. How about that? Is that better for you?
Oh, yeah, good call. Daniel Field says you look like a little bit like Han Solo from a distance.
That's it. And that I mean, I'm not trying to relive my my first wedding, right? But that right there is what I have in mind for formal night.
Oh yeah.
I don't.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it'll be formal night. How do you say it? The official formal night of the cruise. But how cool would it be if a bunch of us rolled into the main dining room one night, full 70s formal attire?
That'd be very cool.
Bill Wickham says, I would say a mix of Han Solo and Justin Bieber.
Nailed it. That's a super awesome comment.
Yeah, I mean, it is a super awesome comment. The outfits were 70s.
Super awesome comment.
The outfits were 70s. But the hair was 90s. That's all I'm going to say.
And the year was 2000.
Yes. If I get married again. Oh, geez. Wanda says, if I get married again, I will elope and let Elvis marry us. Kevin Brubaker says, I will never get married again. Julie won't allow it.
First off, can we say hi to Timothy Walters coming in hot with a super chat? Greetings, everyone. It's been a while. Any chance Timothy just got here and said, what the hell is Jamie doing here?
Well, you know, Timothy Walters, Coop Cruise, make it happen. But thank you for the super chat.
Oh, would you look at this?
Yeah, well.
Would you look at that?
Yeah,
Thank you for the super chat. We appreciate it.
You know, seeing that picture makes me think back to my wedding with Sharon in beautiful Las Vegas.
Where'd you get married in Vegas?
Well, it was a combination chapel and Howard Johnson's.
Okay.
So while we were saying I do, my attention was taken away by two things. One was I could smell some deep fried clams for a clambo platter that were being cooked up. So that was exciting. And then the other thing was...
Wait, Jimmy, that was a...
Super awesome comment.
Well, thanks for that. And the other thing going on, while we were literally at the moment we were getting married, was the infamous tuck rule game.
Oh, I remember this story. Yep.
Where Tom Brady fumbled, but they said that it was the tuck rule. So that was amazing. The game was on in the limo. The game was on in another room adjacent to where we were getting married, and it was still on when we got out of there, and that was a big deal that night. So that's how I never forget my wedding, is I can put it together with fried clams and the tuck rule game. So
wow, you're not gonna believe this, Jimmy.
Yeah.
The chat just blew up here. There is a coincidence of all coincidences happening right now.
What's that?
You will not believe this, quite frankly. I think it's going to blow your mind. So my first wedding happened at the same place that Daniel and Nancy Fields got married, apparently, according to Nancy.
Wow.
The Little White Chapel. Now, that being said, at the time, and this is, could be a detrimental statement for me to make, we chose the drive-through package. We literally drove our car up to like the drive-through and stopped, and the pastor poked his head out the window and did his sermon, or whatever you want to call it, from there. That's where it was, and it was at the Little White Chapel. That is the truth.
It's funny you say that, because that night was a pretty late night for us. There was a lot of activity, and when Sharon and I got back to the hotel room, we were both tired, so she also chose the drive-through package.
Are you talking about the Sky Harbor Airport Deck 7? Well played. Well played.
That was another trip.
How dare... Oh, my gosh. So did Roger Johnstone. This is insane.
Didn't anybody get married at the Howard Johnsons?
You know, back in the day, the Howard Johnsons was the Hilton.
That it was.
And, you know, the accommodations could only be topped by the back seat of a Ford Ranger at the Sky Harbor Airport.
Ooh, yes.
I don't know what you're driving at the time, but...
I don't know what we had.
A Buick Skylark?
No, it might have been a Geo Prism.
Ooh!
100%
Oh,
sure.
dang. So you could put that back seat down and really get some room.
Well,
Okay.
It was weird. It had a 6-shift, so we had to make sure it didn't pop into gear, but that's another conversation.
Oh, RetroSarge said that's when they had vibrating beds. How long was your first marriage? Mine was 17 years, says Nancy Field. My first marriage was 4 years. 4 years. Don't be dissing the Buick. Get off my lawn, says Kevin Brubaker. Yes. Well, Jimmy, I don't want to keep you late, right? Like, it's been awesome that you were able to fill in tonight and give some good info, especially. Brandoline 94, I had a Buick Skyhawk, and I am not joking at all. This was 1996 Buick Skyhawk. I bought it from a junkyard for $300, and I swear to you, I drove it for like 4 years.
I don't doubt it. The cars back then, they were simple and they ran forever.
Yep. And
Wendy Johnstone said her first wedding was in Laughlin at the Riverside, and she doesn't like it. Wendy, I have some great memories of Laughlin and the Riverside.
Never been to either place, but I can tell you without any embellishment, Boats to Build had a Skyhawk on the dashboard. This was in 1996, well before any YouTube stuff. I'm telling you and my friends, and I'm sure if we dug deep enough, we could find a picture of it. My Buick Skyhawk had chrome stickered letters across the top of the windshield that said the Chicken Hawk. It's the truth.
Wow.
It's the truth. My friends will vouch for me on this. I got pulled over in that car numerous times because they said I was violating some sort of, visual obstruction, and they had to measure it, and the letters were the right size. They could never cite me for it.
Wow, there's an APB for the Chicken Hawk, is what you're saying.
Yeah, that car, I don't even know what I did with it. I didn't sell it. I know what happened to that car. So I drove it for 4 years. And Richard Z says Lindy Lou owns a Buick. We all know that's not true. She drives a Bentley. I've seen the video.
Yeah, she does.
But
she does.
I went to go see a Cleveland Indians game at that time. It was the Indians in Cleveland, and I parked at my sister's apartment to go see the game. And as I was driving to the game, my brake lines went out. And
that's not good.
I realized this on the freeway, so I kept at a reasonable speed because I only had like 5 miles to her exit. And when I got to the exit ramp, I could not stop. And I knew I couldn't stop. I had to literally Fred Flintstone it at the stoplight. Like, I had to open the door, hold my foot out, and like slowly stop the car. That's how I stopped the car. And we went to the game. My sister's boyfriend lived in an apartment complex there. I never got back in that car again. I left it at the apartment complex. And I bought a purple Ford Ranger the next morning.
A purple Ford Ranger?
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. Was that the Prince edition or was that before Prince?
No, it was before Prince, but I souped it up with some super fat, low-profile tires.
Did you put, instead of saying Chicken Hawk, did it say Purple Rain on the front?
No.
On the window?
No, I didn't do any of that. I didn't do any of that.
Missed an opportunity there.
But I did park it. I got a bill from the city of Cleveland for $300 and some for disposal of said vehicle. But yeah, that's where the Chicken Hawk died.
That's a sad story about the Chicken Hawk. But out of the Chicken Hawk came the rooster?
Well, no.
Like
I mean, I've been...
The
Bagok thing's been with me since junior high. But I would always just like, I would show up at a party and I would park like right in front and I'd be like, Chicken Hawk. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone knew back then what it was. Had I known that the Bagok thing would take on a life of its own in this space, I would have told you you're full of crap if somebody had told me that. But here we are.
I picture a time when you and Kelly are married a few years and the Bagok thing is finally starting to fizzle away and it's becoming a distant memory of your youth and you don't say it anymore. It's just like old news. And all of a sudden it came out of it came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And created a life of its own. And,
I can tell you that's true.
And it went right from Klaykowski's into Bagok, and now I wonder if Kelly sits alone at night sometimes and just says, God dang, Bagok.
Well,
it was so close to being gone, and now it's back again. It'll never be gone.
Well, it is true, and it's true. As a matter of fact, I'm going to prove it to you right now.
Okay.
I'm going to prove it to you right now. Let me see if I can find it. See if I can find it. Nope, that's not it. What was that? A funky song. It was called Funky Song. All right.
What, Slip and Digits Funky Song?
Yeah, but I'm gonna show you. Oh boy.
I might have a copy of that.
Well,
since I do own the rights to all the Slip and Digits.
If you do have it, then you should play it.
I don't know if I can play it into the stream.
Okay, hold on. I'll find it. This PC. I'll prove it to you right now.
You don't hear that, do you? No, you don't hear it.
I don't hear it. But I know where it's at.
Hang on. What about this?
Can't hear it very well. All right, fast forward to the very end.
Oh, at the very end, you say Bagok.
Yes.
Hold on, I'm past the end.
Did you hear that played again?
Yeah, you just go.
That was 1998 right there.
Wow.
The Bagok has been around much longer than you think. I think I know how to find this where I can play it in better quality.
Yeah, that was just like through a speaker into my microphone.
Wait.
There's a lot of car talk in the chat. Everyone's talking about their first cars.
What was your first car, Jimmy?
My first actual car was a 79 Camaro that my aunt and uncle gave me because they were getting a Corvette and they wanted to get rid of it. But unfortunately, I ran that car off the road and totaled it. Then I went out and bought myself a 1987 Ford Mustang 5.0 liter GT with T-tops. And that was hot fire. And I put the best stereo in the world in it and the whole 9 yards. And then it got stolen at the mall.
Really?
Yeah, I went to the Quaker Bridge Mall in New Jersey with my buddy, and then we came out and the car was gone, and they found it stripped to nothing behind the Trenton Times building. If you're a Northeasterner, this might ring true. And that was it. It was stripped, and I was still paying on it, and insurance didn't cover the whole thing. So then my next car, I had to buy a Suzuki Mark. I had to get the cheapest thing in the world.
Why am I showing money on the live stream?
Maybe that's... I mean, I told you I would take a check for tonight, but...
I know why. Because I used the letter M. All right, let's see if I can do this. I think this is it, Jimmy.
Good night, Kevin Brubaker.
No, Kevin Brubaker, you're not going anywhere.
Oh, I see my friends Brian and Julie from How We Cruise in the chat.
How We Cruise are here, huh?
Yeah. Hey, Brian, look at my my new bourbon cup. Got a little 1792 in here.
All right, here we go. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I want to play this. I don't know why I'm so excited about playing it, but I just want to play it. If I can paste it in here. There we go. It doesn't want... All right, here we go. Add media file. Add a new source. There we go. So it's in E.
What do you got? You working the NAS?
Yes. I am totally working the NAS E816.
Oh, Slink Angle King. We had a Chevy Malibu at one point.
Oh,
and the car was so old that at one point I may have lost my license, but my parents would let my best buddy drive the car so we could go out at night.
Oh, that's a bummer. Doesn't work, man.
What are you looking for?
Apparently, it doesn't like that file.
Oh, for crying out loud.
But I'm gonna try one last thing before I shut it down. Copy that, and we'll put it here. 816. Paste.
Which file number is it? 816?
No, it's track number 2 from the album.
Oh, okay. You're doing some deep cuts.
All right. Extract. There it is. All right.
You got it?
Almost. Oh, wait. What's this? Oh, it might be working. Media file 3. Oh, my gosh. I think I got it.
You got it real quick. Pam S. Sharon is working. She's about 5 feet away from me, and she's working feverishly on the computer.
There we go. Media file 3. I think I'm there.
Paul Addis said save it for Ship Show After Dark.
That's not happening. Media file 3. Oh, there we go. Gonna work? No.
Wanda's tired of waiting. She said, just post it in the group, John.
I don't want to post it in the group. I want to post it right here, Wanda. And guess what? You could leave if you want. Work with me, girl.
Sorry, Wanda.
Work with me. I mean, come on. Let me experiment.
Wanda doesn't have this kind of time, John. She has to do some research. You know, it's year 2 for her in the Sharon at Sea Fantasy Football League. The Taco Terrians, I think, is the name of her team.
Well, I'll have you know.
Have a little work to do.
I will have you know that, wait, I think I can do this.
Darren, I said Daniel and Sharon at the same time. Daniel Fields said, Sharon, if you're there, throw a paper ball at Jamie.
I'm so mad. All right, I'm done. I'm giving up. I'll play it, but...
All right, sit tight, Daniel. Keep an eye on the screen.
What are you putting up there?
Did you see that?
Do it again.
John said do it again. Daniel Fields said, Sharon, if you're there, throw a paper ball at Jamie, and she did, and she hit me in the face with it.
Oh, jeez.
Daniel Fields says, yay, Sharon.
All right, here we go. Track 12, track 8, track 2.
Guys, while we're waiting for John to have this set up, don't forget, at the end of the live stream tonight, we're going to be asking you what you learned this evening during the live show. So please have something good. Maybe learn something from the content, from one of your peers, your friends, from John, from myself. And we're going to ask you to share it with everyone. Just make sure you're paying attention the whole time. So be ready with that, leader.
Yeah, I like that. I love that about your live stream where... Let's see.
I'm not going to lie. I mean, I stole that bit from a nationally syndicated sports radio guy. I wonder if anyone in the chat knows who it was. Or who it was. Who it is that does
Dan
that.
Patrick.
Shh. I said who's in the chat that knows.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, my bad. I blew it. I'm almost ready. All right, converter.
Why does the screen say wasted?
Oh, because I hit the W button. All right, I think I got it. Hold on. Almost ready. Let's see. What do I want to make it? A output format MP3. Is that right?
Paul Out had the best comment of the night. He learned that we should all say no to on-screen chat boxes. Thank you, Paul. We'll be waiting patiently for your very large donation. I'm sure it'll be a write-off for Attic, Leffler, and Perlman.
Advanced. I'm almost ready. Oh, God, please work. Where is it at?
Roger
Settings.
Johnson learned that Sharon has pretty good aim for the paper ball because she hit me right in the face with it. And Carla McClendon, you're right. The biggest thing we all learned tonight is that Lindy Lou is booking the Coop Cruise tomorrow.
Lindy Lou! She says she's gonna... Hold on. I'm almost there.
Will G wants you to put out that graphic that says 1 hour later.
1 hour later.
Michelle, yeah, Sharon's feeling good. I think she had a little cruise crud. Because I feel I haven't had anything. I know every time you come back from a cruise now, the first people think it is the big C, right? The Promo 19.
I'm there. I think I got it. I think I got it.
Okay. All right, we're all ready for it, guys. If you left the room for a moment, please come on back in.
Yeah, welcome to the ship show. I think this is it. I got it. There we go.
I hear it.
I don't know how to fast forward, so I'll bring the volume down just a little bit. I'll tell you when we're close. But I'll sing for you. You'll be my fantasy running through my mind. You know it's cool, 'cause I ain't got the time. First song we ever wrote as Slippin' Digits, right here. I love the sexy way you smirk at me.
Woohoo girl's in the house. She says you've been lurking in the background. That's not like you, woohoo.
They like to listen.
Oh, the brand horse?
Yeah, they listen. Luna, stop. 'Cause I ain't got the time. No, not for you. All right, it's coming. Just stand by. The very first song ever written by Slippin' Digits, right here. And we were a death metal band at the time that we wrote this song.
You were death metal?
Yeah, like, I cannot decide what I do. Like, it was crazy death metal. But we decided to go funky. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Get ready, you gotta pay attention. Yes, get the thumbs up to 100.
Yeah, I'm only seeing 86 right now.
Yeah, we need to hit 100. Say that it was different. Something must be wrong with me. I can't sing anymore. It's coming.
Even Bon Jovi can't hit the notes anymore.
Running through my mind. You know it's cool. Here it comes. It's coming. Here it comes, right here. Here it comes. 3, 2, 1.
I heard it.
There you go. 1998.
Woo, man, that was...
I don't know why I made you guys suffer through that song. Oh boy.
The song wasn't suffering. It was just waiting for the song. That was
Yeah.
the suffering part.
I had to convert it. I went into Wondershare, converted it from an M4A to an MP3, and there we go.
Debbie Shafkins heard it.
Debbie Shafkins heard it. The payoff
That's
was
kinda
there,
cool.
says Daniel Fields.
I saw a
Yes.
few people commenting that they sent Sharon an email. So just know that she probably got it.
People said they sent Sharon an email?
Yeah, they're just in some chat. I see the comments.
Cruising for Food says I listen to that song almost every day. I don't know why. Pauletta says my life is complete now, but thank you, Wanda. You know, those were days of yesteryear. Pauletta, my life is complete now. You're being sarcastic.
I've seen a lot of the music that Wanda posts, and I don't know if some of that, like, she listens more to like Lionel Richie and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, Slinky, to answer your question, Pauletta booked today. Did you? That's why I'm easy. Speaking of Lionel Richie, I'm easy like Sunday morning. Yeah. That's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be high, so high. All right, enough of that. Yeah, that's Lionel Richie. That's Lionel Richie. But he also said, we'll be dancing on the ceiling. Ooh, what a feeling. What was another Lionel Richie song, Jimmy?
That's it. You got them both. You got them.
I nailed it. All right.
Yes.
Well, thanks
Sharon,
for...
you know any other Lionel Richie songs? No. Nothing there.
Well, my friends, the time has come to raise the roof and have some fun. Go away, there's work to be done. Let the music play on.
Play on.
Feel it in your heart and feel it in your soul. Let the music take control. We going to party, Fulano, fiesta, forever. Come on and sing along. All night long, all night, all night, all night long. All right, enough of that. Everyone you meet, they're jamming in the street. Oh, damn, my thing died. What's going on here?
What died?
I think my camera.
Wow. Well, guys, looks like that's gonna be it for John tonight. But we just want to say thanks for joining us. El Gato has got no signal. El Gato, I believe that means the cat.
All right, time to shut her down, Jimmy.
Is that it? Is it done over there? It's over, Johnny? Literally. It's over, Johnny.
I thought I got it working. I don't know what's going on here. I thought my camera should be working now. I restarted it, but see what happens if I do this. Oh boy. It's over. So here's what we'll do.
Listen, if I'm taking us out, let's go right into this.
That's playing through your speakers, Jimmy.
I know. I'm sorry about that.
No, I think you should have kept it.
Well, I know it's playing through the speakers because they don't have it set up where it would have played through this, like through your system.
I gotcha. Well, we've covered the bases, and Crazy Cat Traveler says it is the best theme song ever played.
Thank you.
Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more.
That's beautiful.
Don't know why my camera's being stupid, but hold on.
Well, it's an honor to just be here on my own here at the Ship Show. Listen, let's have a drink. Let's have a toast, everybody, to round up the night from my special goblet from Dover Castle, Dover, UK. I looked at this. It was on the shelf, and I said to Sharon, I said, I need to drink bourbon out of that. She said, no, you don't. So I snuck around and bought it when she wasn't paying attention. Don't tell her I said that. Thank you. I see the comment out there. Wanda, it was lovely to be here. It was a pleasure. Nancy Field says I sound bad. Sorry, Nancy. Paul, thanks for having me.
Let me see. I'm gonna put myself back in the mix here, if I can find it.
Johnny.
But it's not showing my face. It's not showing my sexy, beautiful face.
Cheers, Tess.
Add source.
While we're waiting for John, guys, let us know in the comments. When's your next cruise? What's your next cruise? What ship and when? Tell us right now. Put it in the chat. Put it in the comments. Let's see what you guys have going on. Come on.
Oh, boy. Why did I do that? All right.
Thank you, Slinky.
What'd Slinky say? What did Slinky say?
She said, good to see you, Jamie.
There we go.
Angela, it was lovely talking to you, too.
All right. I'm back, Jimmy.
Keith Williams, great to see you.
Keith Williams.
Party on the sea.
Always be booked. Stuck on You. Stuck on You. And there's never been a woman so sexy as just like you. Yes, I'm on my way.
I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing good, brother.
I'm mighty glad you stayed. I have an announcement to make to Tommy Casabona here in the next week. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Tuna casserole. Tuna casserole.
Tuna casserole.
Oh, Nautical Nurse Nancy's in the place. She'll be there. She'll be there. She'll be there.
Nautical Nurse Nancy's here?
Yes.
I haven't seen her the whole night. Where she just snuck
She
in?
was at a game. They had a game going on.
A game of what? What are they doing at 10 o'clock at night in Wisconsin is what I want to know.
I have no idea, but, you know, there's things happening. So before we go, this will be how we're going to shut her down.
Okay.
If you don't mind. Would you go ahead and give a breakdown? Because last night towards the end, or Monday night towards the end of your live stream, I saw, and in Facebook, I've seen a few people post asking how or where they can find the list of Sharon at Sea travel group cruises coming up. Care to divulge?
Well, I think they can go to SharonandSea.com. There's a website there. It's not as updated as we'd like. We got to put some videos out, link them in there. But it's a little bit of a no-frills website, but it's got a lot of good info, and Sharon shows stuff in there as well. And there's a little link that'll show group cruises. And those group cruises, now that you asked, thank you so much. I'll throw this out there. That's going to include the Sharon at Sea Travel Bucket List Group Cruise, 11 days on the Norwegian Prima, June 23rd to July 4th, 2024. All right, so that's going to be hot fire. Of course, we do have the New Year's Eve celebration this New Year's Eve, December 30 to January 7, 8-day cruise, and that's going to be great on the Carnival Panorama. And then the following year, we're doing a New Year's cruise on the Norwegian Joy out of the West Coast, 7-day cruise. And if you want to be on any of those, you can contact Sharon at hold on, I know where they contact her. Boom, right there.
SharonatSea@gmail.com. Now, I'm not afraid or ashamed or otherwise
you're not on
disinclined.
It's funny how you're yelling at me because I'm not booked on your group cruise, but you're not on any of those 3 group cruises.
I was on the horizon.
It was 3 years ago.
We may be on one of those New Year's cruises. I know Kelly's expressed interest in that.
Ooh, really?
We'll just say that.
It's going to be a good time.
Or maybe just me. But one way or the other.
Well, the nice thing is you don't have to drive back to your cabin on New Year's Eve.
No, I just have to fly to the West Coast. But, you know, I'm willing to do that for my peeps. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, we've had a lot of discussion about the Coop Cruise up here. What we haven't discussed, and I think we're remiss in doing so, is when is the next collab? When is the Lido Olympics 2.0 going to happen?
Well,
I'm putting you on the spot. I'm putting you on the spot.
There's no spot. I mean, we haven't. I mean, we just finished the Lido Olympics a month and a half ago, practically, maybe 1 month and 3 weeks ago, and people are still recovering. The people that were involved in the shot put challenge, the drinkings, they are still in recovery. Some of them haven't been heard from or seen from. I mean, you know, that took a lot out of it. So I'm not sure, but I'm sure that'll be on the table here once everything kind of calms down with the Coop Group Cruise, and then people have the time to catch their breath, readjust, take a look at their schedule, then we'll see what other fun things are coming up around the corner. Maybe we'll have to do something wacky and different.
My original intentions were to wait to announce the Coop Cruise until we had the next SAST ship show collab. But I'm more than willing to, sneak one in there if we can. But
sneakeroonie. Well, let me get Sharon caught up on the Coop Cruise first.
Yeah, and then there's one other thing I need to ask.
Okay.
I've been charged with this task, and I'm more than happy to do it. Will we see Jimmy on Bromania 2024?
Well, I will tell you that since you won't see Jimmy in Vegas, that increases the odds of seeing Jimmy on Bromania.
I like it. Nautical Nurse Nancy.
Chatter. Bromania is a unique club.
Vis-a-vis.
I don't know what that means. Who?
Go ahead. There's been a lot of chatter. Vis-a-vis.
There's a lot of chatter in the Bromania chat, which is always ongoing. It's kind of like all the folks that are in the what's the name of that other chat people are always in? The Marco Polo or whatever that thing is.
Yeah.
So that's going on, and I saw a few comments about places and times and dates and stuff like that. I think if we keep it around a 4-day mark, that'll make it an easier thing to accomplish.
Yep.
But we do know that I have a lot of free time, so I think the thing is that if I can get our YouTube channel humming a little bit, get a little bit of growth and a little regularity from posting content and things like that, creating some new unique content with Sharon, then a lot of things can happen.
Jamie says she can't hear you, but it's full blast. I don't know. But, okay, good. We were thinking about setting up a Zoom call to figure out the details of that. Do we want to do maybe 5 days? Do we want to do something else? One of the things we were looking at is doing a Royal Caribbean cruise that goes to both Coco Cay and Labadee, which I think is fantastic. But congrats to kicking out the vlogs back to back. Says
thank you.
Says Party on the Sea. They're loving it.
Well, that's very nice of you. We have a few more vlogs coming up. Sharon's got another Amazon video that's already in the hopper that just needs to be edited. There's an amazing, and I mean amazing, hamburger taste test from our Holland America cruise that will be, it's going to be huge. I'm just saying it's going to be huge. That's all I can tell you right now.
Can you tell us who the stars of the video are?
The star of the video is the burger, if that's what we're talking about.
Okay, I didn't know if the taster was like Sharon or Matthew. I didn't know where you were going with that. So okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
No, I'm just saying.
All right. One other thing I wanted to touch on before we go.
Mm-hmm.
Wendy Johnstone says the buffet vlog was good too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That was just a little fun vlog. I made an extended video and pieced it together and said, "Here, I'm just going to put this out."
I did want to ask, did you try on board the Roosterdam or the Ramsterdam or the Jamsterdam, whatever
Koningsdam?
The Koningsdam at the Alchemy Bar? Did you try the
There was no Alchemy Bar.
Yeah, no, there is. You just have to be in the know. Did you try the Metamucil Teeny? And
No,
if so, how was it?
I did not. But I mentioned this on the live stream, but every time I asked for a martini on that cruise ship, they said you want it straight up or on the rocks.
Yes.
I guess that's a
who would
thing.
want it on the rocks?
Yeah, but I've never heard of that. And they do not, when you say dirty martini, they don't know what that is. And I literally had a martini poured in front of me, full in the glass, done. And then the guy picked up the thing with the olives and just poured in some olive juice.
Okay.
and then handed it to me. So that is not a cocktail connoisseur of a bartender.
Yeah, that's weird that they wouldn't know a dirty martini. But Brandoline 94, what exactly is a labadoozy? Well, on one hand, it's an island owned by Royal Caribbean, much like Coco Cay, but on a lower scale. On the other hand, a labadoozy is also a cocktail very similar to the Coco Loco, except instead of mango, it has some other fruit in it. That's what I'm told. But it's a cocktail. That's what it is. So the last thing I want to say.
Yes.
I wanted to nip this in the bud in case anyone felt they were being misled. I know I've mentioned it numerous times in the live stream, as well as in the Facebook group, but there are a lot of questions still coming. You know, not everyone's watching the live stream, right? So not everyone's getting all the information in real time. But we talk about the Coop Cruise being hosted by the Coop. And I just wanted to clarify that. You know, we're looking at only a couple sea days here, and there's a limited amount of events that can be hosted. And I've said it before, but I just want to reiterate. The hosts of this cruise will, for the most part, be people who are absolute, well-known, regular contributors to the community on a very regular basis. Now, that being said, if you have an idea for an event, feel free to contribute because it is a collaborative effort. I just don't want anyone to be disappointed with me at some point along the line thinking that they're hosting an event. Put it this way, if you have not told me to this point that you're hosting an event, then I have no idea, because so far everyone who has told me they're hosting an event are the people who would be part of the OG normal, regular, well-known contributors to the group. And that is not like trying to exclude anyone, but we just don't want to get into a situation where there's too many events for the amount of time that we have available to us. So
there's only so much time on a cruise. There's only so much time on a sea day.
Yeah.
And you have to take into consideration things like packing on the last day. And
yes,
people, if the weather's nice, people are going to want to spend time on the Lido deck soaking up the sun. So you got to give people time to cruise in addition to all the events.
Retro Sarge says, I'll be a judge. Does that mean Retro Sarge is booking? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know.
It looks like Kim Rubiger said that Pal Cetera is hosting an event.
Yeah, Pal Cetera is hosting the Cloggers Cruise. It's a separate event on a different ship at a different time, but the Cloggers Extravaganza Coop Cruise, he's hosting that.
I'm seeing where Tessa Mon asked if they she said, do they play Chicken Foot? And I'm wondering if she's referencing the super group with Sammy Hagar, Michael Anthony from Van Halen, and Joe Satriani, and the drummer from Jane's Addiction.
Jane says, I'm done with Sergio. She treats me like a rag doll.
Hold on, I might have said Jane's Addiction. I got to apologize. It's another band that I'm not a fan of, but that's really popular. What's the band with Flea?
Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Every single song that we do has the same melodic vocal harmony. If you don't believe me, listen to their songs. Every single song they do has the same melodic cadence. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes I feel like I don't have a problem. It's all the same.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but he follows the same vocal notes as he goes in a lot of songs, and
Yes.
I'm just saying.
Hashtag overrated.
Agreed.
That's all we're saying.
Agreed. But anyway, if you don't know if you are an OG or not, most likely you're not. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Because after talking with Jimmy, 12 events is a high number. And,
very high.
But, you've got OGs like Wanda Byram, Trevor Gleckler, Paul Atta, Kevin Brubaker, Rhonda Carney.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? That's 5 right there. That's half of them. So,
You're
Michelle
right.
M., you are absolutely an OG. If you have an event that you're interested in hosting, let me know. Tess Almond, another one. Right, left, center, left, right, center, center, left, right, whatever you want to call it. It's left, right, center. Okay? Slinky Angle King, definitely an OG. You don't have to plan an event.
Can I ask you a question?
But you can still attend the event. I just don't want to hurt anyone's feelings where they think that they should be a host and I somehow let them down because, we reached a threshold. Linda Land, you're absolutely an OG. You're a Golden Cock winner.
Yeah, Golden Cock winners go to the front
right.
line.
Yeah.
But John, the thing is that, listen, if there's someone out there who's mad or upset because they didn't get to host an event, then what they're doing is they're making the cruise about themselves and not about the other people. And
Right.
That's where you've gone wrong right there.
Well, that's the thing. With this whole cruise, my intentions, albeit my intentions don't always align with reality, my intentions are to be inclusive of as many, hosts as possible. I don't want it to be John and Larry hosting a group cruise. I want it to be a celebration of what we are. And, some of you guys who are newer don't realize we've been doing this for 4 years. There's a lot of history there. I just don't want to offend anyone. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. But John, don't you still have your Facebook group, the Klaykowskis?
No.
Is that not still active somewhere?
No, I don't. But it's funny when I type in that website, Facebook, the Klaykowskis, it brings you to the ship show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Paul Atta says, I'm just going to keep John safe. We did discuss Speedos on the Lido, hosted by Kevin Brubaker this afternoon. Possibly a Speedo contest hosted by the lady attendees of the Coop Cruise.
Wow.
Judged by them, they will give their ratings. Don't know how that's going to work, but we're definitely going to have the Coop Soup Party, and at the very least, Kevin Brubaker or the Chisel will host that. I'm looking into hosting a 70s formal night. Bunta is looking into Cruising for Food says I volunteer as tribute to judge for the Speedo contest. Bunta will be hosting a Christmas karaoke contest. Woohoo Girl is going to do a bar crawl. Nautical Nurse Nancy, we've talked about it. We don't know for sure if we can pull it off, but maybe a possible 70s night, formal night closer where everybody jumps into the pool in their 70s attire. We'll talk about that. Wanda Perlman is going. A lot of people don't realize this.
If Wanda Perlman goes, then I will definitely not be there.
A lot of people don't realize that Wanda Perlman is Paul's +1, Paul Atta.
No, I hate that woman. If she's there, I'm done with it.
Kevin Count says, bring back Klaykowski's Cruisers. I mean, we could change the name, but, you know, but I know what you're saying, my friend. I know what you're saying. Why Christmas karaoke? Is that an OG inside joke? No, we're going to do Christmas Carol karaoke American Idol style. That's what we're doing. It's Bunta's thing. It's his thing. So, and Wanda or Tess Almond will be doing left, right, center. Rhonda Carney's talking about doing like a putt-putt golf tournament. So there's a lot of things going on. But to be clear, it doesn't all have to be a contest. It can be just a thing. Nobody has to win necessarily, right? Like it can just be an event. So anyway, Jimmy, thank you for filling in for Ladden. I like to call him Ladden. Larry.
It was a pleasure.
Larry, we miss you. And we'll see you next week.
And I'm sorry I couldn't fine-tune my Larry Bum impression for this show.
Well, could you do it just one more time for us?
Well, I was trying to work out a little bit. I had a couple of notes over here I want to go over really quick before John comes back. But first, hold on, I got to go take a pee. Hold on.
Oh! I think it goes like that.
That's my Larry impression right here. Is Sharon laughing at you?
Sharon's looking at me like, "Are you out of your mind?" She's dressed, and she has luggage. Are you going somewhere? What do you mean you're leaving me? It's weird. Anyway.
All right. Well, listen. The bases have been covered. I just need to figure out how to get to the screen that tells me to turn this thing off.
Thank you, everyone, for having me, for your kind words. It was a lot of fun. Thank you, John, for inviting me. Thank you, Larry, and the backup guest, Doodles, for not being available so that I could be here. And it was great.
Yeah, Doodles.
So, always fun.
Doodles is at his annual men's golf retreat. They play like 54 holes in 3 days. I'm quite frankly very jealous that I'm not there. I got the impression that I might be there this year, but you know, since Doodles isn't watching, I'll just say it. You know, he told me I had an N and I didn't. So screw you, Doodles. Screw me.
Damn, that hurts. That hurts.
I'm just kidding. Doodles is having a good time. Tonight they drove up there. Tomorrow morning it's like 36 holes. It's craziness. So
that's good. Tess said I found a niche. Every time Larry's busy, you're the man. Thank you, Tess.
Good night, Wanda. Good night, Slinky. Good night, Tess. Good night, Michelle. Good night, Karen Griswold. Good night, Richard Zellner. Good night, Nautical Nurse Nancy, Party on the Sea, Rhonda Carney, Paul Atta, Pam S. Who else? Brandoline, 94. Good night. Retro Sarge, have a good night. Woohoo, girl. Go give Larry a hug for me.
Yeah.
Angela Nemechek, we love you. Can't wait to meet you. Linda Land. Who else we got? That's it. That's all.
Did you mention those little rascals from the Highway Cruise?
Oh, Brian. Where's Brian? Are they still here?
Brian's there, and usually Julie's close by. Unless
all
he's
right,
putting the
look
kids in
up,
bed.
Brian. I keep this close by. Thank you. Thank you very much for this awesome. It's too big to use as a ball marker because if a ball hit this, it would deflect. But I will cherish this. I will cherish this. Thank you. Mary Barkley, good night. Good night indeed. May the force be with you. Be nice to each other online. And remember, as the political cycle starts to ramp up for the next election, nobody gives a flock about your political opinion and nobody wants to hear it, see it, or agree with it, or disagree with it. So when you find yourself on Facebook trying to promote your political agenda, just remember, nobody gives a ship. That's that. Jimmy, I'm sorry to expose you to that, but ain't nobody got time in the cruise community for your political beliefs. Sal Patera, nobody cares. Oh, okay, you're gonna sue the United States government because you feel like you've been wronged? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. We're a cruise community. Let's keep it cruising. Don't let your politics define you, because when you do, you are no longer cool.
That's right.
You become an imposter. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, you and I just got a message at the same time.
What's that?
I just heard your phone. Did your phone go off, or is that my phone?
I don't know. My phone, Luna drug across the room about half an hour ago.
Oh, that might have been it. I might have heard an echo. I heard my phone make a noise, and then I heard another noise. I thought it was your phone. I thought somebody's messaging us at the same time.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I'm not going to say exactly what the
awesome
comment. And I thought I fixed the super awesome comment resizing. Apparently, I have to redo my whole live stream. But somebody said, Pal Cetera sounds like potato salad. And I think that's a super awesome comment. Miss WJ.
Miss Wendy Johnstone.
That's right. Let's keep cruising like Larry and Elaine. You know what, Nautical Nurse Nancy? That was a super awesome comment. That's what we're here for. We're not here to see why you hate candidate A, B, C, or D. We're here to discuss cruising. And if you are here for any other purpose, it's time to get gone. Because I could care less whether candidate A or candidate B is winning the news cycle at the moment. What I care about is my next cruise. Obviously, I take a stand on social issues, but when your social issue beliefs define you, you have a problem. Not us, you. Because you're only posting to get likes from people that you know will agree with you. And that doesn't solve problems. That only creates them. So stop it. Why am I going on this political rant?
Because you just don't want to end the show.
I just don't like politics, and I keep seeing them pop up everywhere. People like, oh, it doesn't matter which side you're on. I just thought this was funny. All right. Good night, everybody. Let's end it on a high note. Jamie, close out the show. I'll end the live stream when you say something positive.
Well, listen, guys, I just want to say thank you from everybody here at Sharon C headquarters, which is going to include myself, Sharon, Matthew, Callie, Lucy. Thanks for being here, Leanne and Nautical Nurse Nancy. And, of course, everyone over there at the Ship Show headquarters. You got Kelly there. You got Sally. You got Luna. You got Beans. Beans still there? Beans still there. And Larry, we missed you tonight, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Everybody else out there, Larry, I hope that Larry picks some good players for the team because he had evaluations, and I hope none of the kids got their hearts broken. But that's a tough job that Larry has to do. So that's all I got, John. Everybody have a great night.
I'm playing this Saturday Night Live music. Whoa! It's time to end the ship show with the Rooster and Jimmy. When is the next content coming out from Sharon at Sea? Jimmy, hit me.
Day after tomorrow.
The day after tomorrow, you will see an excellent video that highlights what, Jimmy?
I don't know yet. It's either going to be Sharon talking about some Amazon items she got or a burger eating challenge on Holland America.
I'd really like to place my vote for the hamburger eating challenge.
Okay, you asked for it.
All right, good night, everybody. Don't take any wooden nickels.
Peace.
All right, we're off.